Hello, 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 good morning and welcome. You are on the mountain with Rick, and it is time for World Building Wednesdays, hopefully. But first, tea. We are still rocking solid on our fast. Had a little bit of broth right before we went live. I'll probably get a little bit more here in a little bit. Been working on some memes that we're not posting yet. Just building up a little bit of a backlog. Yeah, I'm saying. And nobody in the chat yet, so if you're out there watching, feel free to hop on in. We're gonna go ahead and start diving through some faucets. First and foremost, Dragon Memories. Oh, that is some tasty tea, though. You could even say it's tasty. Yeah, that was terrible. Terrible? Yuck, 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 yuck. Right, that's a little weird. I said claim my chit. Yo, yo.
How are you, good sir?
Pretty good. I sent you that 30K you asked for.
Oh, thank you. How much wax is that equivalent to?
No fucking clue.
I'll just send you like probably 5-10 wax, something like that.
Sure, sounds good.
Cool. Appreciate it. I realized that I wanted to do the what is it? New whatever.
New cards day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens the first of every month.
Yeah. No, you told me, and then I saw you opening the packs, and I it clicked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're good. Enjoy. I hope that your luck was better than mine, because out of those 12 packs, I got 13 rares, and that's it.
I've never really gotten many. I did get one legendary, but I've never really gotten any epics.
I've got like 4 or 5 epics.
Yeah, the packs. I just sent you 10 wax. Thank you. I appreciate it. The pack luck is like it's really
terrible.
Yeah, which
I mean, like mine in general, but specifically like Rising Star, yeah, their odds are very low.
In a way, that's refreshing though, because it adds rarity to the cards.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really complaining about it too much, because I mean, I've opened a good amount of packs and don't have a fucking legendary, yet at the same time, like, when I've talked to other people who do have and realize like what their good amount of packs is to have a legendary, it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not that far off. It's not like, you know, on fucking Splinterlands where somebody opens 4 fucking packs and gets 3 goddamn gold foil legendaries. Meanwhile, I've opened over 110 and haven't gotten a single legendary, even a regular foil. Like,
yeah, you have really bad Splinterlands. I mean, not to laugh about it, but that's better than crying about it, I guess.
So you are gonna laugh your ass off. Guess what happened to me today?
You ate something by accident.
No, that was yesterday.
I thought it might have happened again. You ran into something Splinterlands related.
No. You're never actually gonna guess it, which is why it's fun. But no shit, I came across a box of MREs on my walk to work.
Like, just laying about?
Yeah. Like, literally put out at a curb. It's 9.5 MREs.
Oh, one of them was rat fuck?
No. I'm guessing that the people bought a box of them and they got through like 2.5 before they decided they really didn't want to go any further.
That's funny. You did take them, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. That is fucking hilarious. Are they like... Well, I mean, not that it matters, but are they not expired?
I don't know. I don't even know where to look for a fucking expiration date on them. Like,
I don't remember. Do you plan on eating them as like regular food or keeping them for like camping?
neither, actually. I plan on keeping them for the end of the world because it is coming.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really want to be eating MREs when the end of the world comes?
It's better than not having anything. Like, it is emergency rations is exactly what I've been wanting MREs for. And
there you go then. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is like when I was on my ration kick, I had rations from like maybe a dozen countries. And I mean, if I found an interesting ration, I'd still buy it. It's just there are some rations that are so much better than MREs.
Oh, yeah, no, I know that they're not good. They're not bad, though, either.
No, they're not bad at all. But the French one from France, like, it's a full day's meal in a kit, is like, it's like gourmet. Like, it has, like, some of the meals have duck and, like, escargot. It's like, really? You know?
Interesting.
But the French MREs are truly impressive because none of it's actually like all canned and you have to heat it on a retort stove, which I guess is probably not ideal in combat. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of one of the differences is that it is a flameless heating system, and because of that, you don't have all of the same options.
Yeah.
Like, I could totally see for the French, it's more important to have good food. Yeah. For America, it's more important to be as tactically proficient as possible.
Sure.
And so I think it's they both reach the pinnacle of what can be done for what they're actually looking at.
I would disagree in one sense because the best MRE I've tasted and truly like game changer is the Norwegian cold. Well, I guess it's always cold or almost always cold in Norway, but the Norwegian cold weather MREs They're all, like that high-end freeze-dried camping food where you just add boiling water.
Okay.
They're all basically that, and fuck, are they good? Like, they're delicious. The only issue is getting the boiling water. But like, they come in full day packs. You have like muesli for breakfast with like fruit that actually tastes like fruit once it's rehydrated. You'll have like 2 or sometimes 3 like meals, a bunch of snacks. You'll have freeze dried, like not freeze dried, like dried fruits, like either apricots or mangoes or whatever. It's just like it's a beautifully balanced ration. It's just like it almost feels like you're not eating a ration. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Like,
yeah, no, I have not done any kind of comparison testing. That actually does sound pretty like a worthwhile pursuit.
Yeah, but they're super hard to get and they're expensive. Because they probably cost a lot to make too. To be fair, where do I open these packs again? Damn it. That's kind of crazy though, how you just found them on the side of the road. Do you remember what meals are in it at all, or?
It's the box 1.
Okay.
Meals 1 through 12. It had the captain's chicken, the hamburger patty, I mean, I can go get it.
No, it's all good. I'm checking it out right now.
This is
menus
weird.
1 through 12.
Okay, no, why is my restream broken, though? I have somebody who is typing in the Twitch chat, and I'm not fucking seeing it.
That's weird.
That is not okay. He's literally messaging me on Discord like, hey, I'm in your Twitch, but you can't see my chats.
Oh, does it have the brisket in menu 7, I wonder? I've never had that one. Unless that's the newer or older one. I need to load the stream. Computer, I got the blue screen of death on this computer for the first time ever. Rick, Tanya. Mute.
This is a good video.
Mute. Yeah, before I came on with you, I watched a video of a former army guy who was obviously EOD, and he very enthusiastically gave a 45-minute technical overview of landmines, the science of landmines. It was actually super interesting, but he was like overly enthusiastic about them. Where are my packs?
All right, I guess we'll just pull that tab out and put it over there, and now I can watch the chat there. And then we can on to the next one.
Oh, hello, Elistios. Welcome.
I definitely recognize the name. I don't think we've actually talked before, at least for a long time. But I definitely recognize the name.
How are you doing, Elistios, good sir?
Welcome, welcome.
Indeed.
And where is Ben? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, was he like you told me he wasn't feeling too good last week? Is he okay?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him since last week. But yeah, as far as I knew, he was going to be here.
Open pack. Alright. Am I gonna get an epic or a legendary?
What'd you do? 12 packs?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd
say your odds are about 1 in 3 or 1 in 4, somewhere in that range. As far as what I've seen, as far as like pulling an epic from a 12 pack.
There we go. Okay. One rare mic. Rare driver Colton.
Sir, I need some fucking art, sir.
Give me
I
a
has
sec.
not been
Rare.
able to fucking post anything in a while. Hey,
Just
there he
leave now.
is. What's good, Ben?
Hey Ben,
Hello.
how you doing, dude?
All right. Still short-handed, so I got off late tonight.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm gonna let you guys take the lead with your lore building and chime in if I get any ideas. But if you want some art, just send me the prompt, Rick.
I've already sent you prompts. But
Yeah.
here's the one that failed today. Let me
That's yeah. You should probably send it again. To be honest with you. Or send me a spreadsheet, or all rares, no good shit.
So I just sent you the prompt that I typed in.
Okay.
And Ben will know what I'm going for here is an Eric Cochran. But these are the 4 shitty images that I got. And they are terrible.
Oh my god, that is horrific.
Terrible. So yeah, I mean, fucking Night Cafe is
Night Cafe is really good for some other stuff, though.
like what? What is it actually good at so that I can start trying to use it for the right things? Because so far,
Smuttier things.
So not much.
yeah, I'm trying to build a fantasy game here, not a fucking that kind of fantasy game.
No, wait, did you put in a roundtable voice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Oops. Image.
So Ben,
attack
you've had a few
to attack-
assignments. What do you want to cover first?
Just before you do that, what is it attacking with a spear?
It doesn't really matter. Doesn't necessarily need to be actually, a target in frame. I'm really more looking for, the action shot of the point of view of whoever is being
No, I get
attacked.
that. It's just AIs are contextual, right? So I wrote to attack something. And we'll see what that gives.
Attacking the camera.
Oh.
That might get you what you want, yeah. So what? Okay, so name some projects you gave me over the past time.
Oh fuck, now I have to remember? That's my weak spot. Yes, Alistios, we are working on Dragon Memories, which is a game that takes place in my world of Galil, which is this beautiful cube here. We were working on the two-headed satyr creature.
Okay, I sent you a.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
sent you a
right. I
copy
have
of
to
it.
check that email address that I don't use.
Yeah, I sent you a copy of his character sheet to a degree.
We were working on. Let me pull up our texts. Did you put any more thought in as far as the frost giants and the Karasi? Or genies in general at all?
About genies in general being the middlemen between the the giants and the different kinds of giants. Since the giants on Galil have difficulties leaving each side, it would make sense that they'd have, you know, some form of middleman develop over time that they've met that can actually communicate between all of the sides.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Wow, I'm
the
getting
giants
spam from
keep tabs
LinkedIn.
on each other.
I don't
Also,
feel like the
the
genies themselves get along well enough for that to be...
Well, yeah, true. It'd probably be different depending on what species of giant you'd be talking about. Like the ice giants might agree to like a partnership of that sort of thing, but I doubt the fire giants and fire genies would get along as well, or maybe they would. I mean, I think it would really depend on which genie and which giant we're talking.
Yeah. It would also make things interesting for players exploring the world, or leaving the world, going to, you know, the plains and finding out about these genies and these relationships that they have, particularly for the ones that would have been paired up with the now extinct giants.
True, but genies are denizens of the elemental planes,
Yeah.
so they're not truly denizens of Galil.
True. But I mean, that connection more or less would still be there.
True, but only as much as like. I guess it would really depend on how much they got along with each other. Because yes, it could. Yes, they could. The bond could still be there, but also it could be a relatively weak bond, kind of like how the British Isles fared after Rome's fall. Yeah,
Okay, that's a part of history that I'm not familiar with.
Rome had allies up in the British Isles, and when Rome fell, those allies were basically left on their own because, well, Rome had bigger issues at the time.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they never really, you know, were great allies. It was more of a, okay, cool, you can buy from us sort of thing. So, like, they weren't really very serious allies.
They were just kind of not enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a far more one-sided relationship than the other. Yeah, it was very much a very one-sided relationship. Rome didn't get a whole lot of benefit from them having them as allies, and the other ones got a large benefit, at least in their smaller thing, because you poke them. You might be if you poke at them, you might be poking at Rome, and well, back then Rome was strong.
Yeah. I think actually all four of these are pretty decent.
From what the ones I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I have some that actually have spears though.
I mean, even if like Yeah, they're not perfectly what the prompt was, but like I think that
No,
they're all actually usable for Era Cochran. Ben, what do you think?
But these last ones are better, though, I think. I like 2 and... Personally, I like 2 and 4, but... And 1 is good, too.
I'm bringing it up now.
I can also zoom out if you want to see more swooping.
They look like promo art for something from a Dark Souls game.
Dark Souls is pretty fucking successful. I will take that comparison. Oh yeah, Listios. These are from. Are these Midjourney or are these your program?
These are Midjourney.
Yeah, these are much higher quality than the shit that I can fucking do because I'm broke and don't have a Midjourney subscription. There's just so much fire. Why is there fucking fire in everything? There was no fire in the fucking prompts.
Yeah, it uses existing art, right? So
yeah, and this top one, number 1 from the second one that you sent, would be great if only that wing were on this side.
Oh, as in it's missing a wing.
Well, no, it's not missing a wing. It has a wing that has been detached and is flying behind it.
Well, that's what very subtle is for.
But like, I love that fucking helmet that he's wearing. That is dope as shit. Although he does not seem to really have a beak. That's almost like somebody wearing an Era Cochran suit rather than an Era Cochran himself.
We can always produce some variations and see what they do.
I love number 4 here. Like, that's probably my favorite out of all of them.
4 of the last batch?
Yeah.
Do you want me to try doing some variations or rolling it out?
Yeah, just expand that one. I don't think we need any variations on it. I just want to see more.
Sure. I'm in slow mode right now, so it'll take a while.
All good.
You and Ben should do your thing.
It actually looks like 1, 2, all 3 of these guys are missing arms.
That is incredibly common, unfortunately.
Scenes of battle, it's just like, oh, you can't see the arm, because, like, this is AI art, right?
Yeah.
It's probably noticed in a lot of scenes of battle, like one arm is hidden, and so it's just, when it was training, it's making the automatic assumption that, a lot of times one arm is just one limb or something is just going to be missing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That would be my first guess. It's just a quirk of what it was trained on.
It'll often add extra arms to people. It'll put the arm in the wrong place, especially if you're trying to get it to do something with an arm.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not so much a battle scene thing as a general AI thing.
Like Elsticio says, arms, fingers, teeth are still a big issue with most AI so far, but they'll get better over time. Yeah, probably. I mean, in some of the more obscene things I've rendered natively on my PC, like, you should see the shit and what it is and where it gets put. It's Rick has seen it. It's disturbing.
Yeah, I can believe that.
This is, of course, a family-friendly program.
This is not Splinterlands TV, motherfucker.
Oh,
Speaking of which, I actually did not get an answer yet. Have you heard from Steven? Are we podcasting tonight?
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. I didn't hear from him either.
I asked earlier. I assume he's probably still at work or something like that.
Very possible.
And I when I got a text from Mrs. on the Mountain saying that I had a big ass box that was super heavy. Like, I thought that it might have been the one that he sent, but no, it was the fucking case of broth that I ordered. Because I'm kind of pissed off because that package is in Miami right now.
Oh. Well, it's zoomed out. Lots of fire, though.
If I had to choose one, I would choose bottom left. Mostly because the skyline is a little clearer for where its wings sit.
Yeah, that's a solid point. And also, I think it has a little bit better contrast in between the smoke and the actual sky. Whereas the others are kind of just... Bottom left's beak is more crooked, though. Or bottom left spear. Actually almost looks like a staff. Like this one's a fucking magic user. Which would be good since he's only got one arm. That does make properly wielding a spear a little bit more difficult.
Oh god, he's only got one fucking arm.
Yeah. The left arm is just casually missing in the shadows.
Let's try to regenerate. Alright, what am I doing here?
We did that. We did... Finishing up going through these faucets and shit real quick.
The ritual.
And then, at the age of 13, ritualistically shaved my testicles.
I just ritualistically farted.
That sounds like a shitty ritual.
Farts are jazzed assholes.
I am so fucking hungry.
In all the regenerations, he lost the spear.
Why are you not... Give me my fucking drop down, Taco. Goddamn. What was that?
He lost the spear in every regeneration I did.
So what we are starting with right now, Dragon Memories, is kind of like almost like a dungeon crawl feel. Exploring the history of the world and finding out some of the things that are going on. The full game that I want to work into is going to be a sandbox-style MMO where you actually get to explore the planet in its entirety, everything like that. Kind of like a Web3 WoW, only... you know, starting off a little simpler than that, just kind of building out the world and the lore and whatnot with the dungeon crawl. Awesome. I'm glad that piques your interest. Holy shit, I have 1,000,000 Pepe? Did those come from you, sir?
No, I didn't send you any Pepe. Did you buy a Pepe?
No.
You didn't get a board Pepe Wax Club Pepe.
I don't think so.
Well, go check if you have one from left. I don't know why you'd have 1,000,000 Pepe otherwise. Go to blocks and check who sent it.
I'll get there.
Sure.
Actually, I'm not gonna gonna sell the THC. I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to the liquidity pool. Yeah, we need a legit MMO on Web3, and that's exactly what I would like to do. I'm not saying that it's, you know, well underway or anything like that, but yeah, I've been building this world for about 2 decades myself. Yeah, the botting is a question. I feel like I've got a pretty good system for that for the Dragon Memories side of things, the dungeon crawl. But as far as the MMO, yeah, I have no idea how you stop bots in the MMO. Especially without just making it complex enough that you'll never get a human player.
Your Million Pepes from owning a B, you own. I guess you must have bought one and not realized it.
Or not remembered. I mean, I guess. Because I know I meant to.
Look, I just checked your blocks.
Okay. Done with the faucets and the... It's not about stopping them, but about finding the right mechanic to earn said token that cannot be simply botted to zero, as I've played a few Web3 MMOs so far, and they all have the same issue. Yeah, and I think that's not even an MMO-specific thing. That's a Web3 thing. Like, tokens kill games. That's somebody else on this call has said that a time or two. And was vehemently against my original ideas as far as some of the tokens. So that it definitely is a problem that is still in the works, but like I feel like we've got a couple of good ways to go about that. One of which is there's only going to be one token that we actually have for like to be able to extract value with. The other tokens that are in game, you'd be able to use liquidity pools and whatnot within the game and trade them much like anything else, but you wouldn't actually be able to take them off of the game and put them onto the blockchain.
But you'd be able to convert them into the main token, right?
Yeah, you'd have to convert them into the main token, and then so there's a little bit of that going in. Mostly, though, the tokens are actually going to be required in order to actually grow your own power and progress in the game. The tokens that you are earning are literally going to be fed directly into your cards to level up your cards. And like all of your gear is going to be your cards. So kind of like, you know, whenever you have drops, you know, those are going to be NFTs. I don't really want to say cards, the NFTs, but they all kind of, you can look at them separately as cards, whatever. But they will be leveled up in a bunch of different ways, and basically they'll each way that they level up will be kind of a gatekeep to the next one. The flywheel. Oh, we're Splinterlands players. We don't like that word. Solution seems like a system that could be the salvation of the issue, like finding a way where bots can farm as much as they like, but they have to pay a fee to join the game and have some skin in the game, having a system with scarcity, etc. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I don't feel like that is necessarily the flywheel, at least as we have been inundated with it. Flywheel. God, I'm so sick of that fucking word right now. But yeah, basically, so you'd have 3 different leveling schemes, right? You've got your lore level, which is basically teaches you a little bit more about the card with each additional bit that you put into it, and that's going to come from one of our in-game drops. And then you also have your rarity level, basically, you know, the border on the card, which would be a secondary part. And then you have the actual level of the card, and you can't have your card higher level than, like, the stat level higher than the lore level, for example. So that's one of the things. Like, Splinterlands has had a significant influence in a lot of the things that we are doing with the cards and leveling up and stuff like that. Also, a little bit from Warsaken, and also kind of the summoner aspect of things. We're not actually going to have a summoner, but your race and your class kind of act like your summoner, and therefore all of your equipment is going to be capped in level by what level you actually are. So it doesn't matter, you know, if you wanted to come in just fucking completely whale out and buy, you know, all the best equipment at max levels, you're still not going to be able to necessarily use it unless you have your race and class at the appropriate level as well. So you kind of have like a 2 summoner system because it's both race and class. And you're always going to be stuck using whichever one is the lower level between those two. And then there will, of course, also be, you know, opportunities and fees associated with, like, retraining and whatnot. And we do have a shit ton of races. It's not all going to be player races, especially not at the beginning. But there are a lot of races, and this is, you know, kind of just the beginning. Ni no Kuni, that is a Korean type of MMO, fully pay to win Web3, where killing mobs in a certain dungeon can earn you a token that used to have value, but again, this token got botted to the ground. My biggest answer for that, for the dungeon crawl side of things, was actually having your entries limited. To basically where you get to go into each dungeon once per day, so that you can't really just bot it to the ground. And then would also be one of the things that is known. We 100% already, we're going to have KYC. We will have KYC. So yeah, you might be able to bot your 1 account, but you're not going to be able to bot 1,000 accounts. And I know that is going to be a hard sell and an absolute negation for a not insignificant portion of the player base, but it is also a hard stop to bot farms, and that is more important to me. So I don't love it, but I think it's the best way to go in order to not have your token just immediately kill your game. All right, so Ben, when are we putting that satyr in, and where?
I don't know. We haven't really done anything with the Fae, and I think we need to answer that question. What are we doing with the Fae? Before we decide to put him in.
I kind of imagine, for the most part, as far as the Fae, they're off in their realm doing their own thing for the most part. There are crossovers and whatnot. They are, like, they touch on the world, but they're not really part of this world. They're not a major storyline in general. Like, they have nowhere near the kind of impact as the Giants.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because the Giants were born here. The Fae are just kind of interlopers.
Exactly. Like, there are crossovers. There are ways for people to go into the realm of the Fae or deal with the Fae, anything like that. But like they're there to be found, but they're not here.
They're around, but they're hardly movers or shakers.
Exactly. And,
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't also need to be the case throughout the entirety of the timeline. Like, they could absolutely make some significant moves at, pretty much whatever time. We have plenty of gaps where we could put in a storyline for them. And I'm not opposed to that at all either.
Okay. Are we still doing each race has a different kind of magic thing, or are we muddling that some?
No, I don't. We're like humans. The war started because humans were barred from wizardry.
Right.
But other than that, there's not really different magic systems for each race.
Okay. Oh, back when you lived over here, that we had some talking about, that being a possibility, that different races would have different magics that were kind of under their jurisdiction.
I mean, we still have influences of that. Like, we do have the backward, which have the no magic and the anti-magic. We have the dwarves being slightly anti-magic, I do like those ideas of having some differences in the races, but it's not going to be every race has their own distinct magic. That would be way too fucking much.
Yeah. Hmm.
I would do KUIC anytime if I can play a good MMO and it's good enough to become a significant earning opportunity. Yeah, the great dream of all of us. Definitely not all future playable races. We're going to have way too many races for that, but a lot of them will be future playable races. We're going to be starting out very simply with just a few for pre-alpha and alpha, but we will be adding on many more over time. Basically, I think the only ones you're guaranteed never going to be playable are elves and humans.
Story reasons.
Yeah. I think I don't even know if I had actually mentioned that with you, Ben, but I know we've kind of talked around it a little bit. But yeah, I've kind of.
No, I understand. I understand. It really fits for story reasons that they wouldn't be really playable.
It's not even because they're overused so much as I mean, that's it's not that there's nothing to do with that, but humans are the worst thing that ever happened to this beautiful world. Kind of like humans are the worst thing that ever happened to this beautiful world, and that is kind of the point of the game. And so it's either gonna be you can't play a human, or you start off as a human and your goal is to get the fuck away from being human ASAP because like the entire world fucking hates you as a human, and with good reason. Yeah. Fuck humanity. Except for these two guys on the call and you in the audience. Y'all are cool, but you know, the rest of them could just fuck right off. Oh, not too shabby. Got 2 Octavias, 2 Eternans, 4 War Pegasus, 3 Fire Callers, and some pots and some SPS. But, I mean, hey, I'll take 8 fucking copies of rare cards. Especially War Pegasus. Love War Pegasus.
So, I wanted to let you know that satyr, the 2-headed satyr character.
Yeah.
Did you look at his names? Or you haven't pulled it up yet, have you?
I do. I have it up. It's just on a window that is not shared currently.
Oh, that's fine. So I went on to Google looking for a sort of obscure language to give him names from.
Tibi and Savieth?
I have no idea how they're actually pronounced, but that was what Google Translate spat out.
Okay. 4?
Cornish is the language.
I figured that, but I mean, what was the base words?
Let me go to quick access and pull him up again. Thought and wisdom.
Okay. I like it. Oh, and I don't think I told you about it, but
I mean, they're a little on the nose, but hey.
I did pick up something recently.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see it.
Second edition, so I'm really looking forward to reading through it and seeing, you know, making the comparisons to 5e and whatnot.
I will say, I'm still, I'm not the biggest fan of 5e because I played 3.5 for so long. But I will say there's one thing 5e did that I absolutely think is great.
What's that?
Is they kind of fixed sorcerers.
Yeah, how so?
Well, sorcerers in 3.5 are just worse wizards in almost every way.
Fair.
When a wizard gets their fireball spell at level 5. That's when they get 3rd level spells.
Yeah.
Sorcerers have to wait till level 6. And they never catch up. They're always 1 level behind the wizard. Not only do they get less spells because the wizards can just put infinite number of spells into their spell book, specialist wizards get more spells per day than sorcerers do. Sorcerers are constantly behind on their spells, and sorcerers, instead of instead of having their meta magic be, you put a meta magic on, it's casted as a higher leveled spell. Wizards is just higher leveled spells because they prepare their spells ahead of time. Sorcerers are higher level spells and longer casting time. In 5th edition, they fixed all of that.
I still think... I mean, some trade-offs are acceptable because of the spontaneous casting. However, I've also been a long-time proponent of the fact that if my wizard is this fucking smart, my wizard is smart enough to know what the fuck they're gonna need to cast.
Yeah, well, my main problem with the sorcerer isn't that they have like some negative points that the wizard doesn't have. It's that they have negative point, negative point, negative point, negative point, negative point.
Yeah.
It's like wizards just lean them over a rail. It's bad.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. So
5th edition fixed that by, well, 1, fixing when they get their spells, and 2, wizards can no longer meta magic, if I'm correct about the way the system works. Meta magic is exclusive to the sorcerers.
Okay. That... Yeah, honestly, that makes sense. And I think that's... Are we even going to have meta magic, though? Like, how are we going to work that into the game?
I don't know. We're a long way from that part of things.
I do kind of like that, though. Because of the way that, we already have the dragons being the source of the arcane magic. And wizardry is, the proper supplications and asking for, whatever you're trying to do. And then sorcery is just, you know what, I got a feeling for this. I'm going to just do it. Take it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. And I feel like it would work pretty well.
That's why I like what 5th edition did with sorcerers. I still like 3.5 better, but I have respect for that particular change.
Oh, and one of the things I do like is how, unlike 4th, they're still fairly easy to go between. Like 5e and 3.5 and 3rd are very similar. Like there's still some work to be done to translate a stat block across, but they're close enough.
4th wasn't D&D. 4th was someone being like, let's video game this shit. And
4th is Bruno, and we don't talk about Bruno. No.
Yeah, 4th was not D&D, which is why it was so bad.
But hey, it opened the door for Pathfinder, so I'm actually super happy about 4th edition.
So it looks like you have his the feats up.
Yep.
So the monk is actually a fairly decent build monk. The eyes in the back of your head feat is kind of the most questionable there, but the rest, all make sense.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that would pretty well make sense for him being two-headed also. Like, you got two sets of eyes, you're a lot harder to sneak up on like that, you know?
That's why I gave it. That's why I gave him that. Because the two-headed thing actually doesn't change your flanking, but the flanking behavior of the creature.
Yeah, I like, my first thought was, does he even need a feat for it? But it would be kind of broken to give them a free feat like that just for being two-headed. Because, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's not something that, like, Ettins automatically get either.
Well, one thing to note is that it doesn't stop you from being flanked. It just negates the bonus that the bonus 2 hit rolls that you get for being flanked.
Yeah.
So, like, a rogue can still sneak attack you. He just doesn't get +4 to the attack roll.
Which makes sense, because he's still, you know, I mean, you're still distracted by someone else. But yeah. It makes it easier to see it. Yeah, no, I think that actually plays perfectly.
The other side, I kind of went into the whole, he's kind of like Wikipedia, like a walking Wikipedia, which is why I gave him, well, what I did. Jack of all trades, so every single skill he has access to, and open-minded, open-minded, open-minded for more skill points.
Overpowered, overpowered, overpowered.
Not particularly. You don't really need that many skill points when you're an intelligence wizard.
I mean, it does
It's
make
just
it
kind of-
pretty overpowered with the gestalting, though. Like, this is definitely a lot more powerful than any level 15 character.
Well, this character is not actually... This character, yes, is kind of gestalted, but it's not gestalted in the way that the normal gestalt characters are made. He's a lot of compromises. I decided I wasn't going to give him his spells. What spells he has really don't matter to this particular part of things.
How does he feel about that? Sorry, I'm messing with you.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a solid character. It's going to be really fun when we can actually put it in and
get some of the stuff working.
I feel like this is going to be a character that players enjoy interacting with because of the conversation between Tibby and Savith.
Yeah, the line breaks kind of broke when I sent it over.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. Format changing will do that every time.
Yep. Still, the monk side has 3d6 punches.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
He had to take a feat for that, but hey, it's pretty nice.
Is it non-lethal or is it real damage?
It's monk punches.
Oh yeah, monks are real damage. That's right. Although they can
Yeah.
also make it non-lethal with no penalty.
Yeah, that's a monk special. That's a monk exclusive feat.
So
Yeah.
when you're making it non-lethal, it deducts from HP down to a certain level. Is that it, or what?
No, it means that it
non-
takes away from HP exactly as normal, but if your HP goes to 0, instead of being dying, you're just unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd
Both
be-
non-lethal and lethal drain from the pool, but lethal kind of does this weird thing where it drains from the pool in a different way. So if you've taken like half lethal damage and then a half non-lethal damage, you'll fall unconscious because you now have negative non-lethal hit points. And
Okay.
yeah.
Just realize that you'll have to code a entire new function. And
We're not actually talking about non-lethal damage being in the game. We're strictly talking about tabletop mechanics here. I am not fucking with non-lethal damage for the game.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
be simple to code, but
Yeah. Well, it's not like I use D&D systems to just
Yeah.
like give a grounded base to my ideas.
okay.
And so like everything I'm throwing, I send Rick that's like D&D stuff. It's not necessarily that we're going to one for one port it over because that's already been done. It's
Yeah.
called like what Neverwinter Nights, Icewind Dale,
Baldur's Gate,
Baldur's Gate.
yeah,
There's
like
there's a lot of
and none
games
of
that
them
have
work.
already
That's the
done a
thing.
one-to-one port.
Like D&D games, D&D video games are fucking terrible.
No, Baldur's Gate was amazing.
There are some that are good, but there are a lot of them that also were not all that great. The original Neverwinter Nights wasn't all that great, though fans did a lot of work to make that game okay.
I don't know how old you are, Ben, but the original Eye of the Beholder game was fucking amazing. Like when I was like 5 years old.
The only one I ever found of that I tried to play was a version of it, Eye of the Beholder, for the Game Boy Color.
Oh wow,
It sucked.
bro! The original Eye of the Beholder was 1991, so I was 6. That's crazy. It was amazing though, the game.
Oh yeah, I have some games that I like have nostalgia glasses for that I refuse to replay because I know I'll lose those nostalgia glasses.
I forgot that it was an MS-DOS game.
Yeah, the version that I found for like Game Boy Color was not very good. Then again, it was Game Boy Color. That's a very old system.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I will stand on the hill that Baldur's Gate 1 was amazing, and die on that hill.
I'll agree with you on that one. Baldur's Gate was a pretty good one. I'm not sure how good the sequel was.
Baldur's Gate
Not
2,
very-
no good, in my opinion. Baldur's Gate 3 was released yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
I've had it on my.
relatively
Oh, wait,
recently.
never mind. That's 2.
Yeah. It was released relatively recently. I saw someone trying to do a playthrough of it on YouTube.
Already, damn.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing next Tuesday. If I can get it to work. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it won't be 3 because the potato won't handle 3, but we could do 2.
Let me see if I can find when he started that playthrough. Oh wait, videos.
One of the things that's cool though is that the game has Twitch integration for streamers, so that your audience can like influence the NPC dialogue choices.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, no, he hasn't started Baldur's Gate 3. He is playing the older 2 as a lead up to the third one. He's finished 1 and now he's working on 2.
That makes more sense, I think. Yeah.
As in, yeah, he's doing an evil campaign.
Oh, fun.
I can never bring myself to do the evil campaigns.
Me neither. even when I try to start, I always end up being good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll massacre the occasional village. Don't get me wrong, but
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
I gotta go to work early tomorrow because we're short-handed, so I'm head out. Head out.
Alrighty, man. Get you some rest. Thanks for hanging. Have a good one.
No problem. I know normally my day off is tomorrow, but that's short-handed. He needs me there to do phone calls. So my day off is now Friday for probably the next for this week and next week.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you want to do Thursday night instead next week, if that works better for you, just let me know. We'll figure shit out.
I can hop on Wednesday next week as well. I just have to go to bed a little early because I have to be at work at 8.
Gotcha. Yeah. Fuck. That's early.
No, that's not that early, but it's earlier than I'm used to since I normally go to work at 9. But anyways.
Nice chatting to you, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I will talk to you guys later.
Yep, take it easy. And if she's easy, take her twice. Right? Did I get it this time?
Yes, you did.
Good.
Let's go ahead and do a blowout on this number 3 of the second set that you sent. The one that's next to the one that you just blew out.
You're gonna have to show me that all again in 1 minute here. I am doing something really quick.
So yeah, this dude looks pretty fucking badass. I'm actually really digging this one.
Still don't know which one you're talking about. Give me a sec. Which one?
This one here.
So it's from the set of guys holding spears, right?
Yes. Bottom left.
Number 3 of the spear holder. Bottom left. Show him to me again. The guy who's like kind of hovering. Below the guy who doesn't have a beak, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck, Rogue, that's smelly. Gross, gross, gross girl.
The one with the fire in his hand.
Oh yeah, he has fire in his hand.
The one that actually has 2 arms.
I gotta find it. Because I'm doing a bunch of other things. This guy. Do you want me to zoom out or vary him at all?
Whatever you feel like. I like him pretty well as is.
I mean, I always like to try a zoom out and a subtle vary, just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Ugh. So this would be the original. Man, like, it is so practical having your Discord at the complete bottom. It makes it so easy to find.
Right?
Because it's, like, probably, like, the Discord I go to the second most.
For me, it's actually up top.
Yeah, see, up top is bad because up top means that that when new Discord, you don't add new Discords, do you?
Not often, and when I do, they immediately go into folders.
Yeah, that whole folder thing. Got to work on that. Right, the zoom outs are getting done. I've decided to start doing a spreadsheet listing all my P2E games where I can check off to make sure I've played them every day. Do you ever do that, or?
I have a folder of bookmarks.
No, I have that too, but that hasn't been working for me.
Oh. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't always work for me either. There have definitely been times where I take a couple of days off of TerraCore or Novo.
Although TerraCore is the most fucking profitable one.
Yeah, I know. It's not intentional, believe me.
No, I mean, like, I think out of every one I've ever played, TerraCore is probably the most profitable.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, we just upped our favor to 340.
I'm at 124. We're still a ways off that first planet or second planet, though.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely still got a ways to go. But I dumped 30 into it today. I was at 310.
Oh, wow.
So, making some progress. That's where my biggest focus is. I did bump the defense to 150, but I'm not fucking with stash size anymore. I'm already at 4% dodge. That's good enough.
Yeah. What's your stash size?
161.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's huge.
Yeah.
I'm at 20.
Well, and which is big enough for your stash. Like, I have been upgrading it not for stash, but for dodge and luck. But I'm realizing it's like, I don't care. I'd rather just put everything that I would put into stash, put all of that into favor instead to get to being able to move planets quicker.
But do we know what the benefit of moving planets even is? Or?
Yes, you get gear from fighting bosses. You get crates.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm kind of beelining for 1,000 favor.
But I wonder how much damage we need to get like there.
That I don't know. But there is a wiki. So you can go find out.
So can you. Let me know.
I can, yes. I'm probably not going to.
No, I know.
I already tried. I loaded the wiki, and that was how I found the Hive creation page.
There you go. PFP5, gold foil 1 of 1.
I had the exact opposite, Alistios. I got in on TerraCore before Golem Overlord started. And when I realized how similar they were, it was like, no, I'm not interested in playing another copy of the same game, especially after all that shit with the Splex team came out and all of their market manipulations with GLX and all of that bullshit. It's like, well, yeah, also I don't support you guys as people or as creators, so I'm definitely not playing your game. That is a blatant and outright ripoff of another game, so... I think they have separated slightly as they have grown. Like, I don't think Golem Overlord has the same, like, planetary skipping structure. I think that they're, like, the base game was very much the same, but as they have, expanded, I think they've expanded in completely different directions. But I don't play Golem Overlord. I don't know it, so I can't say that for certain. Alrighty. Okay. Their token is crashing. Yeah, I mean, TerraCore is also crashing. It's very much race to the bottom. But it's been going down forever. And actually, no, it's kind of... Well, let me... Let's see what it's at right now. Oh, wow. Started their token was $1, and now it's 0.005.
Is that the Golem game?
Yeah. So half a penny each. Scrap is down to 0.0145 hive. Lately, it's been kind of hovering around 0.2. Actually, I guess that was just the last time I sold. It was around 0.02. Yeah, we've actually been fighting to keep 0.015 for the last couple of weeks, it looks like. Man, I wish I was selling on May 11th. Actually, I probably did, actually. Wow, Atom Collector's still buying. Yikes. Pretty much I aped in with like 2.5k. Today, anyone joining in can get in the top 50 by spending like $500 and get better. Yeah, I got in very early on TerraCore. It was 10 hive that I spent, or maybe $10 worth of hive. I don't remember.
Yeah, we both got in the same day.
Yeah. And so we got in, and then I sold some scrap until I basically made my profit, or like made back my original investment, and then I bought a bunch of scrap to power up, and then have continued selling. And lately, for the last couple of months, I basically sell probably about 70% of what I earn, and then just feed the rest back into the game. But yeah, it's been pure profit for a long time. And I mean, I'm not on the leaderboard. I'm not anywhere even fucking close to it. I'm not like a whale in the game or anything like that. But you know, I like where I'm at. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm definitely beaten the shit out of most people, and I'm already well in profits. So yeah, that's exactly what we've been talking about as far as tokenomics are concerned. Is gotta have adequate sinks so that it's really hurting your progress to actually sell the token.
I realized I was in Golem Overlord and hadn't played in like a month, and now I'm doing the thing.
Lulz. Bob Cartier's still buying.
I hate the UI. It's a shit. Like, there's no like hub where you can, not that I know of, where you can attack. Like, fucking.
I don't know, pay attention to the chat. Alistios might be able to help you out. I damn sure can.
I'm just doing attacking manually, but is Alicios a big Golem Overlord player?
He says he aped in with 2.5k, so I'd say probably,
oh, shit.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, it was him. Okay, sorry. I was like without a frame of reference. The token shit the pot though, right?
Oh wow, he's number 62.
Oh wow. Okay, tell him I'm on page. What? I mean, I'm talking to him. I'm on page 263. I'm literally looking to attack people with 3 fortification right now. Here's one.
You made your money back. That is the most important thing. Are you having fun with it? Actually, that's the most important thing. Awesome. That's what matters. Have I posted a meme today?
I got it.
Oh, do you know about this meme community?
Splinterlands memes community.
I mean, you can buy Pepsi when you've already got a 24 pack of Coke. That way you can throw the Pepsi at random bystanders and drink the Coke.
How much bronze have you had today, Richard? Rick?
1 cup.
That's it?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
before I went live. Today was another, like, just water day.
Oh. And did you have coffee or not?
Nope, I had tea.
Wow. Okay. They're gonna start calling you El Loco.
Alright, I think we're gonna go with this one.
Did I send you? Oh no, I didn't send you all the shit. Wait. There's also these are variations, right? I think probably. And these are zoom outs. Okay, yeah. Just check these out before you do anything. Variations and zoom.
What do you think? Any words before I post it? Mr. Conscience that tells me not to post stupid things.
Let's have a look. If I mean, you're not I mean, I don't think it'll get you fired. Wait, you're saying screwed over the players. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I mean, you're not naming one of them, but remember how pump and dump was a problem?
Yeah.
Don't you think screwed over sounds kind of different, similar?
All right, so we'll save this one until after I get fired. Okay. How about...
I'm about to post a very brutal one.
I got some Mav pissed at me from especially asking in the last town square if they were not considering that getting lands out without Rooney and title were screwing over those that paid to get that edge. Aggie and Weirdbeard didn't seem to like my wording either. Yeah.
Oh, it was true. I was there for that. No, they did not like your wording.
So how's this one? Is it better?
Sir, just to see word, SPL is hamstringing players' ability. Yeah. That's fine.
What about the title?
Don't, no. You'll get fired. You will literally get fired for this. I mean... You're gonna get fired if you post this.
But it's funny!
I know.
It's so funny!
You might also get downvoted on your new account.
Yeah, that's exactly why I have Kevin look over my shit before I post it.
I can say these words, but I'm not on the payroll, so be careful with the wording. Yeah, it's all about the wording. I'm about to post a brutal one via my Prime Rogue account, which is the first time I've ever posted via Prime Rogue. Prime Rogue.
This is still the best one in the entire community.
Yeah.
Like, just... Ah!
It is very good. Memes.
Oh yeah. In fact, I posted one that is proof of bots still being in Modern. SP1 AS Timber, SP4 AS Timber. This battle was a draw because both bots played the exact same fucking team. Like, yeah, there's still bots in Modern. I called it from the get-go that you cannot beat bots. Just like all of those, like you were just saying about all of the other MMOs, like fucking bots are against TOS in all of them. You still have bots problematic in all of them because you just can't fucking stop them. It is a waste of the team's time and effort to fucking continually fight against bots. You can disincentivize them, or you can just ignore them and fucking actually deliver land. But continuing to, like, fuck with everything, always, nudging everything, and completely screwing all of these anti-bot measures have ended up hurting real players, not the bots. And then they do crazy ass things like, We're gonna go ahead and switch over to SPS rewards before we require SPS staking to earn it. And so now all of the bots have all of the SPS that they need. Like, SPS staking would have been a good anti-bot measure if it had been instituted at the proper time. Yeah, honestly, I loved Splinterlands as the card game because of the complexity of it and whatnot. But now with stupid shit like aimless rule sets and fucking scattershot summoners, yeah, it's exactly a fucking rock paper scissor RNG fuckfest. Like, that is perfect.
Oh, write that down. That would be a good meme. All right, I can put it in a meme.
But yeah, I mean, all of this anti-bot shit is doing nothing effective. It's doing exactly as much as it did in Diablo 2. Wait, I got 6 replies on this one. Oh, because of your tips.
Yeah, when I figure out they worked.
Oh yeah, Alistios, did you actually read the new terms and conditions? Oh my god, what a fucking shit show. Yeah, right. That's exactly what we were referring to there. Yeah, and so you can see when, like, the day that the bot ban happened, I was posting what they think will happen after the ban, what will really happen after the ban.
Did you see the first ever Prime Rogue one?
No, I'm scrolling back through to find the last time I was talking about the bot ban.
Bunch of shit to upvote.
I don't always play Quora. Oh wait, yes I do. Where the fuck is that? Hopefully, yeah, once SPS starts going back up, we'll see so many people exiting the game for good. Hopefully, new players will get in, and the game will get us up to $5 SPS in 5 years. Lol.
How much SPS do you have, Rick?
19,000.
You don't even have that much. Jesus. I mean, you don't have an insignificant amount, but I thought it was more. I mean, even if SPS went to 50 cents, would you sell?
When?
What?
When? Timing is important here.
Why?
To decide whether or not I still have the SPS when it hits 50 cents.
Next spring after Bitcoin halves.
I don't know. We'll see.
You probably won't still have the SPS, will you?
I don't know. I have started unstaking.
So have I. On all my accounts.
I think I haven't on Get Good Scrub yet, just because I haven't logged into it, but it's got like 2 SPS, so.
That's a lot.
I know, right? Why is it not fucking...
Elistios, I am the last new player because I started in December. No new players since May, man.
Why can I not... Oh, because I did those on the mountain, which means that they've been fucking... Yeah, that's right. I was trying to show off posts that have been blacklisted.
No.
That's why I couldn't find them. 40K GLX? Jesus Christ. I had 1500. I just hit 1500 GLX.
I still don't understand why I can't get my fucking GLX. Hey Rogue, what's up? Why did you suddenly start panting?
Yeah, they can't deliver in time. That's definitely...
The only argument in favor of GLX is Messi. As in Lionel Messi.
Yeah, I think that the land will be fully delivered 3 days after the heat death of the universe.
See, the thing is they're gonna deliver land, and what's gonna happen is all these fucking fanboys, and it's mostly boys, are gonna be like, "Oh my god, they delivered fucking land," and really, it's gonna be a fucking staking system, which I could have coded in like as a beginner coder, like just staking cards to land and having one or two functions with like two or three variables in a fucking afternoon. So I can suck my dick. Is all I have to say about that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, fuck it. All right. I gotta... Ha! I just saw your Prime Rogue one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Going to war against boths. Oh, fuck, they said bots.
Are we allowed to curse? I forgot.
All your rewards are belong to you. Ah. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, sort of. Kind of. That's amazing. Uh, yeah, you're frozen. Yeah, you are frozen. Oh my god, I finally managed to claim my fucking GLX for the first time ever. How much do I have? How do I only have 27.426? I have like 6,000 staked SPS. Shouldn't I have a bit more than this? Mm-hmm. Oh, and it was never staked. It was always lit. Fucking balls. So I basically got a GLX airdrop that I never staked. Is it right? Hmm. Fun. But 99 days remaining for staking rewards. So right now, 18 cents for free. My client sent message. Eight, 7.
Regulation hasn't been updated in a few weeks, and the info on this, yeah, I think it.
Who's speaking? Oh, nice.
I think it gets updated once a month, so that's
Yeah, I remember
a
this.
feature, not a bug. And this is going to be the last question before we go to the other ones, which is fine because this is the last question. Have you considered that people owning title in Rooney have paid to get an edge on land, and getting the land 1.5 without those features equals screwing them over? Are we screwing over those people? Is that how you read that?
I mean, we try not to, but it's a matter of delivering a product. I'm sure everything gets everything gets our pound of flesh one way or another when it comes to things that we aren't able to deliver.
Oh, I remember when he
We're
said
hoping
that.
to have
That
it out sooner
motherfucker.
rather than later. As a follow up, we are very very excited for people that have purchased Rooney. We want to be able to give more utility,
Pound your
more
flesh.
use cases to Rooney. But unfortunately, it was not able to be done for that very first one. So
Yeah.
apologies.
Hopefully that becomes one of the first updates that we make, and that within the maybe this will be only done in we'll wait 6 weeks and put something out, but hopefully you'll see some additional things come online fairly quickly, assuming that all the testing and initial rollout is not overwhelming us. We get right back to adding more features and putting in all the different parts of what's in the white paper. So we have to make some amounts of compromises as we go, and as a person holding almost 60 Rooney, That's certainly not what I would want, but at the same time, we gotta get this thing out, and then we have to build on top of it. So we're gonna get it in there and try to get it in there quickly. All right, let's go to some questions. So whoever had their hand up first, let's bring them on and let's see if we can talk to them.
All right.
And can you give them
Young Eagle 95 is invited to speak, and he is here. I just want to remind everybody
actually? Do you want?
that everybody who's coming, sorry, just go make sure that you either have headphones on or your speakers are down so we don't get an echo, and you can ensure your mic is.
Yeah, that was not a satisfactory answer. There we fucking go. Now we're back. Okay. And you can hear me again?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Thank y'all. Yeah, so we went ahead and unstaked GLX. Right?
I'm actually keeping my GLX staked. It's worth 18 cents.
Oh. And yeah, I agree. That is pretty much how I read that as well. Pretty much dodged the answer. They say, yeah, just wait and stop complaining. My pleasure, Eli. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night.
Take it easy.
And on that note, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and raid into Encrypted, not fucking Splinterlands TV. Oh, wow. 5 viewers. Holy shit. I did not know we had that many.
Who's here? Let's go have a look before you raid out. But you already raided out.
Yeah, sorry. I'd already clicked the button when you said that.
Meh.
But for anyone who might be joining us on YouTube, thank you very much for hanging out. As always, I've been Rick. You've been on the mountain. It's been a wonderful time. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe and all of those other good buttons that do the algorithmic thingos and help out the channel. And in the meanwhile, keep kicking ass, because you are fucking awesome.